All right, shalom everybody, and peace of the Lord to all of you. You might notice my voice is not good for today, so have patience with me. Peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. Before we start, actually, there's one of you, he posted in the previous video, saying, CP, don't call the Muslim wicked. Jesus gave peace to everybody. You know those dummy who claim to be Christians who never read their Bible? Jesus never gave peace to everybody. Anyone who says that to you is a stupid idiot. It doesn't matter if he is a priest, if he is a bishop, or he is a dummy like the one who made the comment. There's many verses in the Bible. If you have little intelligence, just little. I mean, go do what Lily J do. I mean, is Lily J smarter than you? Go ask ChatGPT, does the Bible say no peace for the wicked, ChatGPT? And then you will see, you stupid idiot, that yes, the Bible says no peace for the wicked. How you are wicked and the Lord will give you peace? Are you stupid? Do you know what wicked mean? Wicked mean rapists, child molesters, thieves, criminals. Those, they will never have peace. Why God, he even burns cities? Is that because they gave them peace? He burns the whole city. Silly, stupid hippies, you know, dummies. They make me vomit, actually. They make a Christ look bad. They make like Christ, you know what? Christ is a hippie person. He was hugging everybody in the street. Very stupid people. Anyway, our focus today is with the raccoon. My voice today is sound younger. Oh, I changed my diet, so I got younger today. Guys, my sound younger today. That's a good one. No, my voice is not doing good. I have some, I don't know actually. I don't have a flu, but I noticed today my voice is strange. All right. Man, you sound bad. Oh, why I sound bad? What's wrong? Oh, no, don't force me to sing now. If I sing, you guys, you will leave, you know. If I go to the park to sit alone, I just start singing. Everybody depart, you know. No, I'm not talking about caffeine. I'm talking about my voice. No, I'm not talking about caffeine. Anyway, we will hear this raccoon. And this raccoon is a very smart raccoon. And by the way, I found that he was making videos about the business of YouTube, attacking Muhammad Hijab for collecting money and Ali Dawa. And then I found this. Under his video, it says, fund me. And guess how much money he made? $400,000. Wow. This guy was attacking Muhammad Hijab, Muhammad Blue Job, and Lili Dawa because they are in the internet to make money. This is not including what he collect from other websites, including YouTube. This is only from GoFundMe. $400,000. He want to build the best Islamic school. He will put the money in his pocket, and he will build the school of 3 rooms. And this is the best Islamic school, but nobody registered there. And you are the teacher? Really? I want to join. So you're making fun of those Muslims who collect money online, and you are not the same, huh? Yeah. Anyway, let us go. This guy here, the video is called 3 Reasons Quran was preserved and the Bible was not. This video here called, oh, this is not the one we want. This is about the guy who left Islam. This one, look, where is the video? Hold on. Oh, here. Huh. This one is called The Word of Allah Cannot Be Changed. How? I mean, do you see how stupid before even we start? How you are making a video says nobody can change the word of Allah, and you stupid you making videos saying the Bible is changed. Isn't it the Bible according to the Quran is the word of Allah? I mean, do you see how stupid raccoon you are? Those Muhammadan, they keep saying the Bible is changed. But who is the one who sent the Bible according to Islam? Allah. If we go and open the stupid Quran, which nobody knows who wrote it, save Allah for sure, and we type the word Injil, which is a Greek word. So Allah, He sent the Greek copy of the Bible. Amazing. So look how many times the word Injil. All of this, Allah, He sent down the Injil. So if Allah, He sent down the Injil, you idiot. And here the translation is falsely saying what confirmed what came before it, when in fact in Arabic it says بين يديه, between his hands. And we showed you before the translation even here is false.
In front of him.
No, it is between his hands. يديه mean hands.
His hands.
See? بين mean between.
Between.
So this stupid donkey, he is the same person who make a video saying that the Bible changed, and the same person who make a video saying nobody can change the word of Allah. Let us go over the first one. $400,000, huh, to build a school. I believe you.
When Allah tells us none can alter the words of Allah. That's what we're going to be discussing today, because some of the Christian apologists try to use verses such as this to claim that the Bible is the preserved word of Allah and that previous scriptures given to past prophets haven't been corrupted because Allah said.
Do you see how stupid you are? I mean, people, do you see how stupid Islam is? So Allah, He said nobody can change His words. But Allah, He don't mean His words, all of them. He mean only the Quran. Because the Bible is not His words. The Bible is not, you know, He copied it from somebody else. I mean, do you see the stupidity? You stupid raccoon, $400,000? You know what? Do you think if I open Islamic school, I will get the same? I mean, I can teach Islam 10 billion times better than your... Look at those teeth. Like, can you open your mouth bigger? I mean, isn't it obvious this is fake smile? For sure. I mean, you will rip yourself to part for the sake of $400,000. No job, no work, you do nothing. And then you make money from those stupid food. $400,000. So listen, Abdul. As long nobody can change the word of Allah, a Christian apologetic, he said that this verse is for the Bible did not change. I don't know who is the one who is a Christian apologetic. No, I insist that the Bible of Allah changed. I insist. Me, myself, I insist. So we Christian, we gave a finger to Allah. And we inserted so deep inside His anus, and we changed His book. And you Muslim want to convince us that Allah is God. Isn't it this is alone is enough to prove that Allah is not God? If we can change the word of Allah, Well, obviously, is not Allah is not God. Excuse me with the language, but I have to go that deep, okay? Don't be upset. I'm an Arab, I can finger Allah. You guys cannot. You know, Allah is an Arab guy. So I have an exclusive right of fingering him. You stupid Abdul. When you Muslim, you insist that Allah He sent the book to Isa, and then you claim that Isa is Jesus. We will let it go. And then He sent the book to Moses. And then He sent 124,000 books to all the, according to Muhammad, there's 124,000 prophet. I don't know if he was counting Ali Dawah and Mimi Hijab and you. I mean, it looked like everybody is a prophet. 124,000? And what happened now? The faucet closed? Like, we close it? So Allah, He sent 124,000 books, but He decided to preserve only one. Your God is so idiot. I mean, He is so gay. So He been screwed 124,000 times. And now He decided to sleep in His back so nobody will screw him? Is that what you are saying to me? Allah sent 124,000 messenger, brother. Let me see with my voice here. Why CP sound like my grandpa? Because I am a grandpa. You know, when I was young, I was I was a Abdul. So maybe now I was your grandpa for real. You never know. Put your ear next to the speakers again. Maybe now I am like my voice like your papa. What's wrong with people? YCP sound like a grandpa. Just don't come to the internet. Just don't. I mean, this internet is full of weird people. Anyway, let us hear what this guy want to say. I mean, why we are judging before even we see what the poo-poo is. You know, at least in the laboratory, they make you make poo-poo and then they take it to the laboratory. Christian Prince, he judge you before even you start the poo-poo. He judge you from the title. Abdul, go. Let us close this one.
Because none can alter the words of Allah. Now, spoiler alert, that is a wrong understanding of these verses. I mean, you can even see in this translation they have decisions in parentheses. But before even getting into the details of these verses, I just want to point out how disappointing it is that some of these Christian apologists can be so disingenuous. Because some of these same people, when we look at a verse like this, Mark chapter 13 verse 32. It quotes Jesus as saying about the hour, the day of judgment, but of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Now if a Muslim interprets this verse, then this reinforces the belief that Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, peace be upon him, was a prophet. He wasn't God, he wasn't the literal Son of God. But these same Christian apologists will literally start explaining and pointing out how in order to properly understand...
No, we do not need to explain, just to show you how stupid you are. If Jesus said, no one knows the hour save the Father, he just confessed to you, there's no need to explain, you idiot. How you say he is a prophet, he's just called God the Father, his Father. In Islam, if somebody call God the Father, is he a Muslim? You will say no, he's an apostate. So Jesus saying, I am the Son, announcing the hour is for the Father. There's no need to explain. There's no explanation. Then if you read the same chapter, you idiot, you will see Jesus speaking about those things will happen. And then when those things happen, the hour will happen. So the announcement of the hour is for the Father, not for the Son. If the Son will do everything, so why he is exist? So what the Father do? Do you see how stupid you are? But I will go with you. You just said, the one who do not know the hour, he must be a prophet. Based on this, Allah is a prophet. Let us go. We have tons of reference in the stupid Quran proving to us, based on your logic, that Allah is a prophet. As an example, when Allah, he said, supposedly Allah is talking, not Muhammad, the moon split and the day is extremely near. In fact, the word اقتربت is not only like near, it's like in the corner. So when so-called Allah, he announced the day of judgment, sign started. Was it a true sign or it was fake? Here we go. Billions and billions and billions people born and died. And the sign of the day of judgment was a fraud. And nobody saw the moon splitting. And this is the moon. In fact, if the moon is split, the disaster will the earth will face a disaster. Flood, tsunami, flood will cover all the earth actually. You see, high tide and low tide happen because of the moon. So the moon have an impact on this earth even now. Actually, when I was in the army, there was a person when I joined the army, but he have like just almost he have to pass the weight, so need to lose more weight. So I told him, come in a certain day. I look at the calendar, look at the moon calendar, and I told him, come when the moon is right away in the top of your head. Come to do the test. You will lose weight. Why? Because the moon will take some of your weight. You just need little, but they are very strict. Even if it's 1 gram, still he don't pass the test. So if the moon is split, which is false, it's a sign of the day of judgment, which is false. So do Allah knew the day of judgment? Obviously he don't. He don't. Muhammad, he made it clear that when Gog and Magog exit from behind the dam, which is a fictional story of Zulqarnain, that will be the day of judgment sign. Muhammad was speaking in his time about the day of judgment to happen now, not thousands of years later. How we know? Look at this. Abu Hurairah reported the Prophet as saying, we to the Arab, because the hour is drawn near. What happened? What he is talking about? What will happen exactly? He was talking about Gog and Magog. They open a hole in the wall, and Muhammad, he claimed that this is one of the signs of the day of judgment. Day of judgment will happen only when Gog and Magog escape. Do you see the title, guys? You see the title? Mention the tribulation and their signs. Do you see it? Okay. What this is about? What? This is about the day of judgment. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. Until now, nobody even know where is Gog and Magog. And Muhammad, he mentioned that in this very authentic hadith in Al-Bukhari and Muslim, as you see. Muhammad, he came and he is horribly scared, saying there is destruction in a store for Arabia because of turmoil which is at hand of the barrier of Gog and Magog has opened so much. The false prophet Muhammad and the false God Allah. Because if Muhammad received this message from the God who you call him Allah, well, obviously this is a false message. Because what is Gog and Magog? So if they will not get out, so why he is terrified? He is terrified because they are getting out. The hole will getting bigger. Anyway, that was a hole in the anus of Allah. So when this stupid idiot he speak about, if any Muslim here read this verse, he is going to interrupt it as, or give interpretation as, he is a prophet false, because Jesus there he mentioned that he is telling you the hour will be announced by the Father. So do you accept Jesus the prophet to call God Father? You will say no. But each time Jesus he speak, he say Father. Every Abdul is a donkey until he proved that he is a mule. All right? So either you choose one, you know. You know, when a Muhammadan he tried to be smart, that is an insult to Islam. Are you trying to be smarter than your prophet? Huh? Same time, if we go to the Quran, as long you are a good in interpretation, but do you give interpretation for the verse as it is, or you go and read interpretation of the scholars? You don't follow the Quran, you follow the scholars, right? This is the Quran, chapter 2, verse number 89, saying, and when a book came to them, which is the Quran, which is false because the Quran never came as a book. This statement is false. Muhammad never received a book. This is why we are called the people of the book, and you Muslims are not called the people of the book. So if Muhammad received a book, then you should be called the people of the book too. Secondly, you donkey, how you Muslim call the Christians the people of the book, and your Quran call us the people of the book, yet you are saying we have no book? And how the stupid Quran saying confirming what is with them? Now I will go and play your game. I will say, okay, let us not to explain it so much. It says confirming what is with them. If we ask this Abdul, he will say no, 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 he meant confirming only what is true with them. Where it says that? Does it say confirm part of what is with them? No. And we have tons of verses like that. But anyway, I'm not going to concentrate much on this. I will continue with his stupidity.
In this verse, according to them, you have to really understand what is meant by knows. No one knows the hour. Let's look at that word. Let's look at it in Greek. Let's analyze it and compare it to other passages of the Bible. They'll say things like, you have to understand this in a way that doesn't undermine Christian theology. Yeah.
This is a stupid lie you are saying. There's nothing that's called a Christian theology. There's a Christ teaching. You are just as stupid. Because if the Quran says to you, I can tell you what you hide in your houses. How you explain that to me? Then you will try to start saying, oh, it says by the permission of Allah. But that doesn't change anything. Jesus says, everything I have is given to me from my Father. So, still this is his power. Look how many times the word blind in the Quran is mentioned. Look at this, look at this. But the Quran says in chapter 13 verse number 16, is the blind equal to the one who sees? Is the darkness equal to the light? Okay. Is the blind Muhammad, who knows nothing about tomorrow, is equal to the one who can tell you what you hide in your houses? Sure not. So what's the difference between Jesus and Muhammad if both are sent by Allah as the Muhammadan they claim? We can't compare. This is the Quran, chapter 3 verse number 49, chapter 5 110. Whatever of them you read, it says that Jesus, he knew the future and he knew the unseen, which means he can tell you what you did even if you are at the end of the world. Where it says that, read it. And I inform you, who is talking? Jesus supposedly, of what you eat and what you store in your houses. How Jesus can do that? The Muslim, they will say, it says there, by the permission of Allah. Okay, we Christian, we say he is the son of God and everything he have is given to him from his father. And this is what Jesus says. Everything I have is from my father. That's why he's called the son. The son, he have what he have from the father, not the opposite. Muhammad, he said, he do not know what you are hiding in your houses. In fact, he does not know anything. Let us see these verses. So Muhammad, Allah told him, okay, tell them Muhammad, say the following: I don't tell you that with me are the treasure of Allah, nor that I know the unseen, nor I tell you that I am an angel, but I follow what is revealed to me by inspiration. But Muhammad never received anything by inspiration. Jibreel, he come to him and deliver. This is not inspiration. Say, are the blind and the one who see equal? Will you not then take in thought? Wonderful. So Muhammad is the blind. He see nothing. He cannot tell you the future. So what Muhammad can tell us? Nothing. So if we compare this verse to this verse, why Jesus can tell you what you hide in your houses, which mean he can tell you what nobody see, it is secretly you have done. Why Jesus can tell you what nobody know except you. You did it in secret, but Muhammad do not know. And the Muslim, they say that Allah, he sent both. So he is the God of Isa and he is the God of Muhammad. Okay, wonderful. How come Muhammad is the most close person to Allah, yet he know nothing, he see nothing? And the verse saying, is the blind equal to the one who can see? So right away we notice here that when the Bible says that only the Father is in total agreement with everything Jesus said. So you stupid when you try to say Christian, they try to explain to you, no, they are not. It's you who refuse to read what Jesus said. Because Jesus said, everything I have is from my Father. And as you see, Muhammad, he know nothing. He have no knowledge of anything. And then we continue with his video so we can laugh together.
When it comes to these verses of the Quran, all of that precision is thrown out of the window. And there is this insistence on forcing the incorrect interpretation that no Muslim has on these verses. So just like they want...
Hold on. Which no Muslim has. Okay, so why you don't say, a second ago you were complaining about the Christians giving interpretation, you are saying, well, Jesus must be a prophet based on this verse, which no Christian has. How come you say no Muslim has this interpretation? Same time, you Muslim, you follow the interpretation of the Quran. Isn't it the Quran says to you, claiming that the Christians and the Jews instead of following the book, which is the Bible, they are following their rabbis and their monks? Instead of worshiping Jesus, which you Muslim translate falsely, you are doing exactly the same. First of all, the Christian don't follow the rabbi, and anyone who follow a rabbi or a monk, he teach something against the Bible, he will be cast out of the church. This is what happened in the council of Nicaea, when some heretic, and the Muslim, they lie about it, by the way. They say the Christian in the beginning they were debating if Jesus is God or not. That's not true. The Christian, with some heretic, they were debating if Jesus was created in a certain point or he is always exist with the Father. And those who say he was created, they are heretic. They were cast out of the church because Jesus said in John, I was with you before the world was. The verse is so clear. I was with you before the world was. So Christians from the beginning, if somebody he is a monk or rabbi, he go out of the Bible teaching, they cast him out. It is you Muslims who they are obsessed with Ibn Kathir. The Quran say, don't follow the tafsir, don't follow the monks, don't follow the scholars. You do. So he just mentioned the Muslim tafsir does not match. Does not match what? Does not match the Quran. Because the Quran say, in fact, I will let him play the video again. I mean, to go back to this verse, and you will see right away how we can get him busted from the same verse he put in the screen.
I want to analyze, well, what is meant by no in this verse? Let's analyze what is meant by words of Allah. Let's approach this topic holistically. Let's see
Hold
what scholars of
this. Let us see what the scholar says. Guys, did you hear it? He didn't say, let us see what the Quran is saying. Let us see what Muhammad's saying. No, the Muslims don't follow Muhammad. They don't follow the Quran. Let us see what the scholars are saying. Scholars who came thousands of years after Muhammad, they are the one who can tell us what Muhammad meant. Muhammad is just a donkey. He do not know what he's saying. He cannot. You see, and the funny is the Quran claimed that it is a book by itself, which means Allah explained the Quran. When Allah in the Quran claim that He made the Quran clear, and then the Muslims cannot explain the Quran from the Quran. Let us read some verses. All right. Read with me, Mr. Abdul, Mr. Scholar. Scholars followers. I don't know why it's not coming. All right, let us see. Let us take some letters off. Here we go. Did Allah in the Quran says that He explained everything? Yes. It's in front of you. If you don't like the translation, we can change it for you. By the way, he is the one who liked Hilali Khan. I heard him before saying that. Allah explained everything. Do you see it? So why the Muslims cannot explain the Quran from the Quran? By using so-called scholars, you are proving to us that the Quran cannot be the book of God, because Allah's explanation is short of explanation to the point. You cannot explain the Quran by the Quran, while the Quran itself saying Allah, He explained everything in this book. Yet the second we ask you about what this verse mean, or other verse, you say we have to see what the scholars are saying. Are you with me, guys? Are we taking notes? This is the chapter of the bees. I mean, imagine, chapter of the bees. There's the cow, the bees, spider, chair. I mean, the Quran is like a furniture store full of insects. So, did Allah explain everything in the Quran or not? The Quran says yes. And there's tons of verses, not only this one. I mean, I wish it's only one verse. So why you need to go to the scholars? I will tell you why. Because the Quran did not explain anything. It's a stupid book. It is just a stupid book. In different verse, so-called Allah, he said the following. This book whereof the verses explained in details. So why you want to go and see the scholars? I will tell you why. Because the only way to escape the embarrassment, you go to the scholars who they try to duct tape Muhammad. In fact, in Islam there is no scholars. And now, if you say, no, we Muslim, we have to follow the scholars because the Quran obviously is not clear. If I provide you with the scholars, do you agree? Let us see what he will say in the video. Because the second I show him what the scholars say, he will cry.
Of the religion have said about these verses. And let's keep in mind how even in the English language, word has different meanings. For example, if somebody says they give you their word, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you have my word. What is meant by word in this context? Promise. I give you my word, I'm going to do something means I promise you I'm going to do something. You have my word. What if somebody says, just give me the word and I'll do it? Or he acted on his word. In this context, word refers to a command. So this ayah here says, verily, many messengers were denied before you, but with patience they bore the denial and they were hurt, till our help reached them, and none can alter the words of Allah. Surely there has reached you the information about the messengers before you. So it's quite clear that even just based on the apparent context, what is words referring to here? It's referring to the help of Allah. Tafsir Ibn Kathir explains this verse.
See? See? Hold on. Go back, go back. I want to show you how stupid you are. Because the verse itself will get you busted. Guys, this guy, he wanted to fix it. This raccoon. This guy is a raccoon. He's not a guy. He is a raccoon. I'm serious. Read the verse carefully, you idiot. And I will take it as you explain it. No one can change the word of Allah, which means the promise of Allah. Is that fair, guys? Look how I will wipe the floor with him by agreeing with him. What the verse saying? In fact, let us open it in the screen so we can make it bigger for you. And now you will cry, you will say, I wish I did not make this video. Right? This is the verses he is showing us. Let us make it big. And by the way, I want to be sure that I am using the exact translation he is using. Who denied before you? Let us see what he have in the video. Exactly. This is the same the same translation. Bingo. So look how stupid you are. What the verse saying? Verily, between two brackets, many messengers were denied before you. Okay. But with patience, they bore the denial. And they were hurt till the help reached them. And none can alter the words between two brackets, decision of Allah. Okay. He will say to you the promise of Allah that they will be victorious. You want to bet? Watch with me.
to the help of Allah. Tafsir Ibn Kathir explains this verse saying, this is a consolation, this is a comfort to the Prophet ﷺ regarding the rejection that he faced from his people. And it is a command to be patient just like other messengers were patient. And he has a promise of victory just like those previous messengers.
See? A promise of victory. So if Jesus' book is corrupted, that is a victory? Are you stupid monkey raccoon? If Jesus' book is corrupted, how that is a victory? He just said that Allah gave victory to the previous prophets. Okay, wonderful. Mr. Raccoon, peace be upon you. How that is victory when you are saying that the book of Jesus is corrupted? If we say Muhammad book is corrupted, is that victory? Do you see how stupid you are, Raccoon? So he himself, he got himself busted. From the interpretation, he is trying to solve the problem with it. Because Allah is saying to Muhammad, I will give you victory the same I gave victory to the previous prophets. Then the stupid Muslim, they come and they say, okay, Musa's book is gone. Abraham's book is gone. Jesus' book is gone. Then how they are victorious? In fact, if they are not victorious, the one is doomed is Allah. Because this is not about them, this is about Allah supposedly. So if they failed, who is the one who failed really? Allah. Because He gave them promise that they will be victorious. And this is what you just said in your stupid video, you idiot.
And He has a promise of victory just like those previous messengers were victorious.
See? Just like those previous messengers, they were victorious. You stupid, you are Victoria's Secret. You are asking Muslim, and they gave you $400,000 to build a school? I will not make you work as a janitor in my school, you idiot. You are the one who can teach how to defend Islam? You just get your religion busted. Everybody heard you saying, the same as the previous prophet received victories. So Jesus was victorious, and the victorious, it's impossible to say he lost his book, because what the victory without the book? How he is victorious? How Moses is victorious if his book is gone? Do you know how many thousand years Allah did not send a prophet to fix this issue? If the book of Moses, if the books is corrupted since the time of Moses. So where was Allah? Why? And why Allah don't want to protect the book? Why He want to protect only the Quran? The Quran is a special book.
It is a command to be patient just like other messengers were patient. And He has a promise of victory just like those previous messengers were victorious. And that's something that we should really think about. At this point, obviously, this is history. We know how the Prophet ﷺ was successful. But during this time when these verses were being revealed, there was a lot of hardship. He was facing harsh opposition from his people. But this verse is saying just like messengers of the past faced similar hardship, in the end, victory is for the messengers. Victory is for the prophets. Victory is for those who follow the guidance of their Lord. And that victory that Allah has promised, that victory that Allah has decreed, none can change it. So when it's...
See guys, so Allah, He made the promise to Jesus that He will be victorious. So how He will be victorious if His people are lost? You Muslims are so stupid and so dummy. But let me get you busted and make you look like a raccoon for real. So simply, the video is about what? The word of Allah cannot be changed. I'm not going to waste my time with a raccoon like you. You are so little, I do not even need to fry you. You are so soft like a mushroom. Let us show you how stupid this idiot is. Remember, he said, let us go and see the scholars. Did he himself mention Ibn Kathir? I heard him mention Ibn Kathir, right? In fact, this is in front of us, Ibn Kathir. It says here in Arabic, Ibn Kathir. And he said, Ibn Kathir. Where is it, Ibn Kathir? Let's see. Just to make you hear it.
Here in context, what is words referring to here? It's referring to the help of Allah. Tafsir Ibn Kathir explains that.
Thank you. I will use Ibn Kathir. And as soon as I use Ibn Kathir, I will make you shish kebab. Remember, it is you who said, let us see Ibn Kathir. So now if Ibn Kathir, he says, the Quran changed, can this potato say, I don't accept Ibn Kathir? Seriously, can he? Watch with me, raccoon. This is Ibn Kathir. All right? Guys, does it say in the screen Ibn Kathir? Tafsir. And by the way, Ibn Kathir in English have nothing to do with Ibn Kathir in Arabic. They took 90% of the Arabic text when they translate. Anything is embarrassing almost is gone. In the Quran, it says, in chapter 36, verse number 38, and the sun runs to its course. His course? What his course? I don't know who is the translator. His? The sun is his now? I don't know this donkey. Alright. And the sun runs on its fixed course for a term. Alright. We saw this raccoon using Ibn Kathir. That means he accepts Ibn Kathir, correct? Don't tell me you don't accept Ibn Kathir. People will piss on you. Literally. We go and see what Ibn Kathir is saying, and we will laugh together. Chapter 36, verse number 38. Ibn Kathir. What happened to this page? Come on. 36. Verse number 38. Read with me, Abdul. Read and laugh at your stupidity. Remember, the Quran says that the sun runs to its fixed course. And this is Ibn Kathir in front of you. Alright? Do you see it? Alright. So we are showing you what Ibn Kathir is saying. We switch Arabic, English, it switched by itself. Look what Ibn Kathir is saying. That in the book of Ibn Mas'ud and Ibn Abbas, Allah be pleased with them, they recite the ayah as the following. وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لَا مُسْتَقَرَّ لَهَا. What the heck? But in the Quran you have in your hand, it says the sun run to a fixed course. If we go back here, it says وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لمستقر لها. It runs to a fixed course of a term. This is the Quran of Hafs, not the Quran of Muhammad. Hafs, who came 200 years after Muhammad, and he was a thief accused by a Muslim to be a fraud, and all his hadith is rejected. In his Quran says, وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لِمُسْتَقَرٍ لَهَا, and the sun runs to a fixed course. But in the Quran of Ibn Mas'ud, it says the sun does not run to a fixed course. The case is closed. This is just in one page. One Quran, actually two Quran, Quran of Ibn Abbas, Quran of Ibn Mas'ud, it says the sun does not run to a fixed course. But the Quran of Hafs say the sun runs to a fixed course. So which one we will take? It cannot be both correct, because this is the opposite. It is clearly the opposite. Here it says لا مستقر لها. لا in Arabic mean don't. No. Here it says the sun runs to a fixed course. لمستقر لها. So you see how stupid you are? And now, can you say we don't accept Ibn Kathir? Remember, you right away, you seek refuge not by Allah. You seek refuge by Ibn Kathir, even though the Quran says Allah explained the Quran by itself. Right? What a stupid idiot. The Quran, according to Shia and according to Sunni, is corrupted. Both agree, in fact. Those potatoes in YouTube, they are a bunch of liars. I can show you from the Sunni let us see. Let us read and laugh. Umar, he said, the Quran was 1,027 letters, and whoever read it, Allah will give him for every letter a woman of the hur. So imagine you will have 1,027 letters, women to have sex with.
The Quran is 1,027,000 letters. Whoever recites it patiently and seeking reward will have for every letter a wife from among the wide-eyed Huris.
If we ask the Muslims now, how many letters the Quran today? How many letters in the Quran today? 320,000. 320,000. So we can say more than 80% of the Quran are gone, which means more than 80% of the women are gone. All right? Are we done? No. It'll show you more. Not only what his name, Uthman, he burned the Quran. I mean, the Quran is preserved by burning it, or because there is many different Quran. The Muslim today actually didn't have the Quran which Muhammad he commanded them to have. Muhammad, he said, take the Quran from 4. And this is Al-Bukhari. The Muslim today, they did not take the Quran from any of those. And we just showed you Ibn Mas'ud saying that the sun does not run to a fixed course. So the Muslims cannot have the correct Quran because they don't follow Muhammad's command to have the Quran from 4 people only, none else. If we continue, we will find even more funny stories. Look at this. What a stupid website. Maybe they blocked me. The Saudi government. This is Sahih. This is Sahih. In fact, I can find it in English. Hold on. We should be able to find it in English. Give me a second. Because this should be Sahih Muslim. Here we go. Guys, can this potato, this raccoon, say Christian Prince is fabricating stories? I want you to go to this website, to his channel, and tell him, potato, go watch Christian Prince getting you busted. This is Sahih Muslim. This is what? This is Sahih Muslim. What's Sahih Muslim saying? Read and laugh. In front of you it says, there is verses are not exist in the Quran. and they are quoting for you what the verses, they don't remember them, they're gone. That you're reciting for a long time may not be hardened. Your heart as it were hardened, the heart of those before you. We used to recite surahs which resembled in length and severity to Surah Bara'ah, which means the chapter 9, the Tawbah. The old name of the chapter 9, it was Bara'ah, not Tawbah. So there's a chapter in the Quran was equal to the chapter of the Tawbah, and it's not exist no more. I have, however, forgotten it, with the exception of this, which I remember out of it. If there were two valleys full of riches for the son of Adam, he would long for a third valley, and nothing would fill the stomach of the son of Adam but dust. But even this one is not in the Quran. So the guy, he said, I remember this only from the whole chapter. Guys, are you with me? Who is taking reference? Who is taking reference? In this hadith, not only one chapter is missing. He will say to you, there's many chapters are gone. If we continue reading, I'm posting the links for you guys. So he mentioned that this is already gone. But is it enough? No. And we used to recite a surah. There's no name for it, because remember, in the beginning of the Quran don't have names, which resemble one of the surahs of Musabihat, and I have forgotten it. But remember this much of it. And he read what he remember. O people who believe, why do you say that which you don't practice? And that is recorded in your neck as a witness against you, and you would be asked about it in the day of resurrection. So in this hadith, there is two chapters are totally gone. Not now, what this raccoon will say to us? Da'if, da'if. Like, Abdul, this is Sahih Muslim. This is Sahih Muslim da'if. Like, it's called Sahih. It is da'if. What a stupid monkey. Imagine this guy is debating me. Did I say this guy? I should say this raccoon. So this hadith alone, witnessing that two chapters are totally gone. The first one was equal to the chapter of the Tawbah. How many verses the chapter of the Tawbah? Check with me. This is Bara'ah. You see the reason it's called Bara'ah, because the first word in the chapter is called Bara'ah. This is Muhammad have a peace agreement with the non-Muslims, and then when he gets strong, he wash his hand from the agreement. That's why always I say to you, anyone who believe in peace with Muslims is a donkey. They will wait until they are strong, and then they will slaughter you. And that's what Muhammad did. He signed agreement, and then he announced Bara'ah. I wash my hands from all agreement, I will kill you all. The stupid non-Muslims, they relax. They say, okay, now we have peace, there's nothing to worry about. Few months after he prepared his army, now he's ready to attack them. He washed his hands from everything, and he want to slaughter them all. But let us see how long this chapter is, to see how many verses are missing. Remember, the hadith says, equal to the chapter of the Tawbah, 129 verses are totally gone. Totally gone. Read carefully. All of this, they cannot find it. And we used to recite this chapter, which resemble in length the severity to the surah of At-Tawbah, Bara'ah. 129 verses are gone. And then he continue, and he say we have other chapter and he mentioned it here. And we forgot all of it too. But I remember those a few words from it only. And is this authentic? Absolutely. And then this raccoon will come to us and say the Quran is preserved. Right? Another companion of Muhammad, his name Jabir ibn Abdullah, he said, we used to read the Quran as the following. But where we can find this? Let me see where I can find it. Here we go. Actually, this one, yeah, it's the same actually, but this is like a different report. Let me see if I can find. This should be in al-Bukhari. And that will confirm this hadith in Sahih Muslim 1050. Look at this one. This is the hadith in front of me, but I want to see the part where it says, and this was part of the Quran. Let me see. I have to find it. Here we go. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. Ubay said, referring to the hadith above, we consider this as saying from the Quran till the surah beginning with the mutual rivalry for piling up of worthy things, the virtue 1021 was revealed. So this was part of the Quran, and then they don't know it no more. And this is Al-Bukhari, chapter 6, verse number 440. To make the heart tender. This was part of the Quran. We cannot find it. In fact, by the way, they cut the hadith. I don't know why they are not showing all of it. But anyway, that will do the job. Let us continue. What else I will show you? Well, all of us, we remember the breastfeeding for adult. And again, this is very authentic. Where we can find those verses now. Aisha, she said that it had been revealed in the Holy Quran 10 clear suckling, making marriage unlawful. Then it was abrogated and substituted by 5. We can't find the 10, we can't find the 5. Where are they? And remember, this is not for this is about the breastfeeding for adult. This is not for kids. Even if they want to say this is for kids, still we cannot find it. How you abrogate the 10 by 5? We cannot find the 5. In fact, here it says, read carefully. One of the things that Allah Mighty and the Sublime revealed, one of the narrators, Al-Haris, said in his narration, one of the things that were revealed in the Quran was that 10 known breastfeeding making marriage prohibited. Then it was abrogated and changed to 5 known breastfeeding. Then the Messenger of Allah passed away when this was something that is still being recited in the Quran. So when Muhammad died, those verses was still in the Quran. They cannot say it's abrogated after, because as you see, Muhammad died. And again, this is Sahih, and this is Sunan al-Nasa'i 3307. Every Abdul is a liar until he proved the opposite. Kabich? Let us continue. Are they going to say this is weak? And this is the same hadith. Ibn Abi Dawood, Sahih. Sahih. Ibn Majah, Sahih. This one here, Sahih. Jami' al-Tirmidhi, Sahih. All of this is Sahih. So those, they were in the Quran and they are gone. Totally gone. Now we have a famous hadith about the goat eating the Quran, if you remember. Do this raccoon dare to debate me for half hour about what he said? Is this a da'if? This is very authentic. And now the verse of stoning and the verse of a breastfeeding are gone. And this is again authentic. We can continue. There's a very famous book. Remember this guy, he said he liked the scholars. He said, this raccoon, he said he liked the scholars. We can go to the book written by Imam as-Suyuti, and you will see he have endless list of examples and reference of the Quran corruption. Let us see. Some of the verses which we cannot find in the Quran is this one. It is, look. Ah, man, this website is something. I think maybe, I don't know. Guys, is this website working for you? Each time I try to open it, it doesn't allow me to get in. I want to see if I'm blocked, which is hard to block me because I have many IP changed, you know. Each time I try to open it, I see this, you know, it doesn't work. Does it work for you? Is it opening? Look like it's not working. All right. Because I want to show you from Ibn Kathir, actually. This page is Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir in Arabic. Let me try something else. Man, this website is down. Let me see if I can find it in the hadith. Hold on. In the English one, I mean. Because I have it in front of me in Arabic. But I wanted to open Ibn Kathir so we can get this Abdul busted. Because remember, he used Ibn Kathir, so he accepted Ibn Kathir. Because this exists in Ibn Kathir too. Read carefully. Read and love. The Messenger of Allah said to him, indeed Allah has ordered me to recite the Quran to you. So he recited to him, those who disbelieve were not going to ... 98:1. And then he recited it in it. Indeed the religion of Allah is that which is Hanifa, Muslim, not Judaism, not Christianity, nor Zoroastrian. Whoever does good, then it shall not be rejected from him. And then he recited it to him. If the son of Adam had a valley of wealth, he would seek second, and had a second, he would seek third, and nothing filled the belly of the son of Adam except dirt. But all of this is not in the Quran. Where we can find in the Quran is mentioned this or this. Is da'if? No, it says Hasan, which means good. Hasan, you see, Hasan. We cannot find those anywhere. I can spend the day keep giving you reference for the stupidity of Muhammad and the stupidity of the Abdul trying to say to us, remember, I did not use any word coming from Christians. We are using pure Islamic stupidity. Those are Muslim books. This is where they get their knowledge from. This is not our statement. None of what I showed you until now is made by Christians. Those are the top scholars of so-called Islam. Made by the god of penis. I can continue. There's endless reference. Aisha, she said, who said that? Aisha. What she said? This book is called Ad-Durr al-Manthur by Imam al-Suyuti. Aisha, she said, the chapter of Al-Ahzab was recited in the time of the Prophet, and it was equal to 200 verses. But now we have this. When Uthman wrote the copies of the Quran, he could only recite what is now. What is now? Disaster. What is now? Are we done? No. Because we want to know what is now. Like she did not mention a number. Let us see together. This is a Muslim website trying to defend the garbage of Muhammad. And this is the question. The chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah.
Surah Al-Ahzab was equal to Surah Al-Baqarah, then most of it was abrogated.
False. This is the question. When you read here carefully, it says the following. From Musnad Ahmad, hadith number, it says, that 200 ayah from Surah Ahzab is gone. Deleted, not abrogated. Is that true?
"200 verses of Surah Al-Ahzab have been abrogated. Is this true?"
It's gone. And then he quoted the hadith. It says here, Ibn Mas'ud, he don't accept certain verses. It's called al-mu'awwadatain from the Mus'haf, from the Quran, and he say they are not from the Quran. So don't add in it which is not true. But now we have it. Now they have them. Ibn Mas'ud said, don't add it to the Quran. This is not from the Quran. And he used to wipe it out. And he said, don't include in it, which means in the Quran, what is not from it. And then, here it says, somebody says to the Messenger of Allah the following. And he said, how many you count the chapter of Ahzab? How many verses? He said, I said, 73.
"Do you count Surah Al-Ahzab as a verse?" He said, I said, 3 and 7.
73 actually. This is translation here. 73.
73.
All right. But the Ahzab used to be equal to Al-Baqarah. So we have more than 200 verses are missing in one chapter. And he continues saying this. I swear it used to be equal to the chapter of the cow. It used to be equal to the chapter of the cow. 212, 213 verses are gone in one chapter alone. Then here is the answer. Is this hadith? Remember the question was, is it true? The answer, yes. It says here, قال Ibn Hazm. This is so authentic like the sun, and there is no question about it, period. I don't know why the translation is not opening. Let's see. What happened? Translation stopped working. Okay, then it is highlighted here. Oh, hold on, sorry, I'm using the wrong page here. All right.
Ibn Hazm, may God have mercy on him, said, "This is a chain of transmission as sound as the sun, with no flaws in it." End quote.
This is so clear, the same as the sun. Then what you will hear from the Abdul now? It doesn't say that CP. This is not authentic CP. And not only that, even Ibn Kathir, he said this is a good hadith. But Ibn Kathir, he tried to fix it. He says, well, that's mean the Quran, you know, some of it is abrogated. Ibn Kathir, volume number 6, page number 335. Do you see it? 213 verses are abrogated? Seriously. But we just showed you, they said that we were used to recite it like this after Muhammad's death. We used to recite it like that after Muhammad's death. But when Uthman, he tried to collect the Quran, he could not find any in it of those verses. The religion of potatoes. And here they try to fix it. They say it's abrogated. No, it's not abrogated, because they were reciting it after Muhammad's death, so it cannot be abrogated. And show us the proof that it's abrogated. Show us where Muhammad says take 200 verses from the Quran from one chapter. Didn't we just show you? Aisha, she said that we could not collect except what we have now. You remember? Except what we have now. What we have now? 73 verses. What a stupid religion. If I want to continue, I have endless reference. Let me see. Give me a second. In fact, it should show up in the same page. The Abdul, they are trying to defend the Quran. The same page. $400,000, huh, for a school. Yeah. And he was complaining about Muhammad Hijab collecting money. Let's see, where is the hadith? And those verses are missing, they are gone, we cannot find them. But let us see here where Aisha, she confirmed that this has happened when Uthman was trying to collect the Quran. He could not find, here we go. So when Uthman is trying to collect the Quran, he could not find, according to Aisha, as you see, which we used to recite during the time of Muhammad as 200 verses. But when Uthman wrote the copies of the Quran, he could only recite what is there now. So Muhammad died, and still the Quran chapter of Al-Ahzab is 200 verses according to Aisha. She said it during the lifetime of Muhammad. So is it possible to be abrogated after he died?
Surat al-Ahzab was recited in the time of the Prophet, may God bless him and grant him peace, as 200 verses. When Uthman wrote the copies of the Quran, he could only recite what is now.
Do you see how stupid Islam is? Anyone have a question? Have you heard the news about Tate being charged? Who cares, a scumbag? He's a pimp. But somebody have hundreds of millions of dollars, he will get out. If he go to jail, they will give him a TV and the PlayStation, and they will bring in girls to him. Money. The UK is a country of pervert. This government is a pervert government. So what if they put him in jail? Even if they were in jail, they will give him a nice yeah, he will have everything. Just wait. Money, my friend, money. Yeah. So when this raccoon speak about the Quran is not corrupted, we laugh. I have endless. I did not even mention what I have. I can keep going with the Quran. According to Muslims, is corrupt, not according to me. For me, I don't want the Quran to be corrupted, because Quran without corruption is more easier to destroy Islam. Even Aisha, she criticized Uthman about mistakes he is doing in the Quran. Can you believe it? And even Aisha, she complained to Uthman. He said the Arab will fix it. What? The Arab will fix it. The Arab will correct the stupid Quran. So he wrote the Quran wrong. Aisha, she noticed. He said, well, the Arab will fix it. This is Tafsir al-Baghawi. Let me show you. This is Aisha, and this is very authentic. She said there is errors in the book, in the Quran. And she mentioned as an example when it says وَالْمُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةِ.
It was narrated on the authority of Aisha, may God be pleased with her, and Aban bin Othman. It is a mistake from the book that should be written, and those who establish prayer.
So Aisha is criticizing mistakes in the Quran, that this is a very bad Arabic. And then she continues saying, and the same goes, there is a mistake in the Quran in the chapter of Al-Ma'idah, where it says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَهَادُوا وَالَّذِينَ هَادُوا وَالصَّابِئُونَ. This is mistake in Arabic.
And also his saying in Surat al-Ma'idah, indeed, those who believed and those who were Jews and the Sabians.
So this is again mistake. And then she mentioned chapter 5 verse number 62. إِنَّ هَذَانِ لَسَاحِرَانِ.
Al-Ma'idah 62, and his saying, indeed, these two are magicians.
And chapter Taha verse number 63. This is too a mistake in the Quran.
Taha 63, they said, this is a mistake by the writer.
And then when she said that to Uthman he answered, in the Quran there is an error, and the Arab will fix it, errors, and the Arab will fix it by their tongue.
Uthman said, there is a mistake in the Quran that the Arabs will correct with their tongues.
See it? And then they said to him, shouldn't you change it? Shouldn't you fix it?
He was asked, why don't you change it?
He said, leave it.
He said, leave him, for he does not make permissible what is forbidden, nor does he forbid what is permissible.
Huh? So the excuse is, okay, well, those mistakes doesn't make any difference really. What the heck? What a big deal, okay? I mean, what the, you know, so and this is Tafsir al-Baghawi, the master of Ibn Kathir. We can show you the same even from Ibn Kathir. And then this is stupid raccoon want to prove to us the word of Allah cannot be changed. Who can change the word of Allah? Sure, nobody can change it. In fact, I am sure that all of you Muslims wish that all the Quran is changed, especially the chapters which make the Quran look so stupid and dummy. Nobody can change the Quran. Nobody. Muslim Raccoon. A brother and sister. Nobody can change the Quran. In fact, even my wife, I tried to change her. I could not change her because she is strong and she will beat the hell of me. I wanted to change her. I want to replace her, but I could not do that. Now, I did not even go to read the Quran about what the word mubaddil mean. Like this donkey, he says, in the verse here, it says that Allah will not change his decision. But you stupid, how you keep saying that Allah, he abrogated the Quran? Isn't it this is what decision is? If Allah says something in the morning and then he says something else afternoon, so you are saying here it does not mean he don't change the word of Allah, he meant decision. But you Muslim keep saying Allah abrogated the Quran, so he changed the decision.